Welcome to City 1016 podcast. My name is Lokesh, and today we're going to talk about a topic which concerns all of us, social media. And for this topic, I have chosen two people who are on the extreme end of the discussion. One who doesn't really care much about social media, and the other is completely rocking all the platforms.
That'd be me.
We have, you guys figure out which one is who. We have Tarun and Mariam in the studio.
Thank
Woohoo!
you. And you're what? In the middle.
I'm still figuring out. I'm trying to understand what my relationship with social media is. So that's my first question. What is your relationship with social media? We are going to start with Tarun.
Okay, my relationship with social media is still kind of aloof, I feel.
What
I'm
do you
still
mean by
trying
aloof?
to figure out as to, how it works, how can it work for me. Because I see people like her, she is rocking it, as you rightly said, because I know TikTok, I know Instagram, and I know Facebook even. Like, she's ruling that realm. And I'm still able to, I'm still not able to find my ground there. Because I realize that a lot of people do trends, a lot of people do dance, a lot of people do like spoken word, and I've tried everything. And it seems like either I'm not good at it or I just don't know how to do it.
So you're not, I don't care.
I'm definitely not, I don't care. No.
You're still figuring out what.
Yes, exactly. But the thing is that I think it's a lot of effort and I'm lazy.
Which we all know.
मुझे मजा नहीं आता इतना.
We're not going to disagree to
Do you
that.
think it's a lot of effort? Because, you're so effortless on most of the platforms. And I see you create those reels. I've seen behind the
In
scenes.
front of you.
Yeah.
I've done it, yeah.
And it comes so naturally to her. Like within 10 minutes, she shot a reel and she's posted it as well.
Yeah.
Two questions. Is it efforted? And secondly, what's your relationship with social media?
My relationship with social media. First of all, people think social media is a place where you cannot be yourself. You have to show the best version of yourself. For me, it's a place where I express what I am.
Okay.
So it is, coming to your second question, it's not an effort to me because I'm just being myself. जो भी मैं करती हूँ, मतलब, you've seen it. I just take the camera, I switch it on, I do what I love to do. Let it be dancing, singing, a little bit of comedy. There are videos and there are times where you have to work super hard for a certain for a certain video. But overall, I love social media because it's a way I express myself in general. So effort-wise, not really.
Also, I would like to bring this point upon where, I think social media for men and for women works slightly
Of
differently.
course.
I'm not talking about Mariam here as per se because I know that she's extremely talented when it comes to her singing or dancing or whatever her banner is. Like, it's her billboard. Her social media is basically what she is and what she's all about.
Fair.
And she has a lot of substance in her. But when it comes to, the segregation of man versus woman, I've known men who have done a lot of hard work into creating content.
True.
And they create spoken word, or they create an entire skit, or you can see the hard work that has gone into it. Cut to you scroll up and you see a reel where there's a woman wearing a deep neck top who's just walking, and you see the difference in the likes, and you're like, why am I working so hard? I mean, I'm just generalizing this.
No, no,
This is not
you are.
I'm on a ratio of 80 to 20.
So before coming for this podcast, I actually did a little bit of research and I understood that there are more male consumers on most social media
media platforms,
platforms. Hence, women, anything that's like kind of beautiful or anything that's related to women, it kind of works a little better in favor of women. So you're right on when you say that. But at the same time, similarly, if a woman is trying to put all the effort in, let's say, a cooking video, or let's say in spoken word, or any content that she's trying to create, and if a beautiful, handsome man comes on social media, I think he's also going to get more
True.
traction. So,
So
it
to
kind of
come
works.
to the bottom line of it, you have to be looking really good to be popular on social media. Is
Not
that the
really.
crux
I mean,
of
on
it?
Instagram, aesthetics do work, I
Okay.
feel. But you tell.
Aesthetics do work, but again, I feel like these days on social media, it's those natural reactions of your parents, or something very natural. People don't want to see fake stuff. They don't want to see something put up. You see a lot of these videos where there are some nice uncle, aunties, old age people just reacting to something sweet or just doing something nice. Those work too.
So I should start getting on this 20 years later.
Wow.
But again,
Not
it's a
working
grey
for me right
area,
now,
right?
for sure.
It's
This
a grey
podcast
area.
is not meant for what strategy we are going to go ahead with.
No,
yours.
I'm trying to figure out because I'm still lost.
We are
I
all
genuinely
still
am
figuring
lost.
out,
Yeah.
My relationship with social media is very interesting. So there is one thing that I feel I want to say because I love content creation.
Yes.
I deeply, deeply love content creation. But then there are times when I feel that there are things that I need to do on social media. and that is pretty much the war. That is pretty much the war going on in my head. Should I do things that I want to do, or should I do things that I need to do? To give an example, I love writing, so
Yeah.
I share a lot of my written word. I love cooking, so I share a lot of my recipes, men's fashion, and all that. And like you said, those might not really get as much traction as a silly, simple reel on a trending sound.
Yeah.
Correct.
So then I tell myself that I need to do that as well to be able to push what I want to say. I haven't done anything so far where, I haven't really created content that I need to create. I haven't really done too many trends. I haven't done too many trending sounds and all that because I don't believe in those.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't really come very natural to me.
Same. Yeah.
But I still want to kind of create content that I believe in, even if it doesn't really reach too many people. Mariam, you have to say something to this.
Why don't you
Huh.
write what you love writing,
Huh.
reel format,
Right.
and then use a trending sound,
I do that, and yet
and
that
then
doesn't.
put the volume on 1?
Yeah, and I do that, but it doesn't really reach as many people
Yeah.
as it should. Like, for example, if somebody is doing a funny dialogue,
Yeah.
or somebody is doing
For
just
sure.
a trending dance,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
what was that trend of camera going up and shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then-
All those different trends that keep coming. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Correct.
What
Yeah. So like I can't do because I
Yeah.
don't really understand.
So, I actually saw, again, while going through Instagram, swiping up, I
Huh.
saw a reel wherein there was like, a lot of people do talk about how consistency is a huge key
Yeah.
of getting more followers.
Yeah, yeah.
And this guy kind of said, no, it's not.
Yeah, I
It's
don't think so
actually
too.
not. Like, if you create content
Huh.
which is being, so for example, what the algorithm of Instagram does, which I actually stumbled upon day before yesterday, and so weirdly we're doing this podcast today, that if you have a content and if what Instagram does, it throws out to 100 people.
Right.
Out of 100 people, if 60 have shared that
Right.
as a direct message to someone,
Right.
that means it has a lot of chances to go viral. Then
Right.
it pushes that content to 1,000 more people.
Right.
Out of 1,000, if 600. So 60% to 80% is the ratio
Yeah.
which has the chance of making your content go viral.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a lot of people who are posting regularly, even they are not getting there.
True. True.
It's the
It's the
average
content,
watch
yeah.
time of that video. So if the average watch time is high,
Right.
it'll be pushed to a lot more people
Right.
because Instagram sees that there is value added to that video.
Excellent. This
So-
information coming from experts, by the way, so you
No,
can
no, she's
definitely
an
know.
expert.
No,
Why am I
not an
looking there? I
expert.
have to
That's
look
what
there.
I've seen. That's what I've seen, and that's
Okay.
what I've read as well.
Sure.
That's why
Sure.
reaction videos, mashup videos work well.
I'm so sorry. I don't really want to discuss the matrix of Instagram
For
or
sure.
YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to understand you as people
Sure.
and
Okay.
your struggle and your relationship with social
Yeah.
media. So my next question is, what kind of content do you guys watch? I was telling Mariam the other day that if you go to my suggestions on Instagram, it's all baby videos.
Yeah.
One after the other. Baby
Aw.
smiling, baby falling, baby whatever. What kind of content do you guys like watching? Mariam?
I don't know why,
Huh.
but a lot of my reels have, first of all, bad English.
I know why.
No, you don't. Then I have those.
ये mic का color red है.
हाँ, वो वाला. And then I have those, the second person on your share list. I get a lot of those. Then those cringe videos of girlfriend, boyfriend. I get a few very nice family-related videos as well, reaction videos as well. So those are the kind of...
So are you watching a lot of cringe content?
No, yaar. I keep scrolling through them, and now thankfully Instagram has that option where they ask you interested, not interested. I'm tired of pressing that not interested button. What about
Tarun,
you?
what kind
Yeah,
of
to
content are
me,
you
I
watching?
think I normally, I think I need a lot of motivation in life. So I randomly keep getting a lot of those motivation quotes.
I guess also because you do Shairi.
Yeah,
Right.
perhaps that's why.
So,
why.
yeah.
And the other is the other extreme of it, which is absolutely funny and berserk. Like random, I'd see Kiku Sharda coming up and just saying a random joke
Yeah.
and going from my reel and my feed. So yeah, it's,
So
it's
fair,
absolutely. I
okay.
don't know how it happens.
Yeah.
And then if I have said something like I want to buy a new car, like I'm just discussing it with my friends, and then all I would get is reels of cars.
Yeah.
So I think they're
Yeah.
listening to us as
That's
well.
just the
I'm
scary
not very
part of
Oh
sure
well, that's
how
the
it is, yeah.
invasion of social media.
That's
You
the
can't
scary
really
part of it.
escape.
Yeah,
I
there
guess.
is no hard proof on that, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I think they're listening to us.
Of
Hi,
course.
we love you.
So that's about the kind of content that you like watching.
No.
No.
So that was the question. What kind of content would you like to consume? Like if you ask me, of
Yeah.
course, okay, baby videos is something that I keep getting.
Yeah.
But I would love to read a lot of written word. On like I follow this author called Meera, who is not only an author but she's also an Instagram author, and she posts snippets from her book on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
that's the kind of content I like to consume.
Yeah.
What is the content that you go for on
That's
Instagram?
definitely not the kind of content I'd like to consume.
What do you go to Instagram for?
So I love remixes.
Okay.
I love mashups.
Okay.
I love singing, and I love a lot of dance choreos. Like I watch them and I try to learn those. So those are the kind of videos I like watching.
Fair.
Yeah.
I actually look for something which is not being done for a million times, and I know it's difficult to find it.
Yep.
And that's the reason my feed is confused as well, because I don't want to look the same thing over and over
Correct.
again. I want to look for unique content which kind of intrigues me.
True. So
And it could be as simple as a written word, a spoken shairi bit, or it could be as interesting as, again, a dance video which has never been seen before, like from Britain's Got Talent ka clip.
Yes, those ones.
That like I would stop and watch
But
it.
tell me what you're looking for. Like for example, on YouTube, if you go, what is it that you are?
I
that
look for
you're-
trailers on YouTube all the time.
Okay, so trailers.
Yeah, new trailers.
Okay, so that's something that you type physically on YouTube.
Absolutely.
To, okay,
yes,
great.
yeah. New trailers this week.
Does that affect the kind of content that you guys create? I mean, what you are saying definitely affects the kind of content that you create, because if
Yeah.
you're watching a lot of singers and dancers,
Yeah.
then that gets reflected in the content
For
that you
sure.
make. Yeah.
It inspires me, right? Like when you say, okay, if they've done this kind of mashup, I'm like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. It inspires you to do a lot of other things similar to that. When it comes to dancing and remixing, all these mashups that are created by DJs, sometimes it's mind-boggling. Like, how do you do that with extra beats and how they produce those beats and they show it to you? It doesn't have to be a mashup.
So
they could produce
you-
that beat on that original song as well.
So your last 3 mashups that went pretty viral,
Yeah.
that got you millions and millions
Yeah,
of views,
yeah.
were those ideas coming from?
No. Those ideas were mine. मैं
But
टॉयलेट
the-
में बैठ के ये
वाह.
सारे ideas सोच रही थी.
Gajab.
TMI, I know.
But I knew that there is a liking towards mashups. I know those are the things that work. Okay? The reaction ka I didn't realize, that just happened naturally. But mashups I knew work because people, their average time of watching that video is a lot because they want to see what's coming, right? What's
Fair,
next.
Fair.
So that is something that I got inspired by. But yeah, mashups, obviously it came. on
You're
its own.
looking out for trailers
Yeah,
on
but
YouTube.
I genuinely don't even think too much,
You-
Loki.
you just did a film
I'm
with-
looking out for trailers because I want entertainment. I'm looking out for those reels because I want entertainment.
Or
I'm not getting
subconsciously,
any inspiration.
Tarun, I
No.
know that you want to be an actor.
Yeah.
You just did a film with Shahid.
Yeah.
Daddy, Daddy, please go watch it.
Please do.
Subtle flex. Maybe subconsciously you're watching those trailers because you see, or you want to see yourself as an actor one day in those trailers. I don't know.
I believe that is different from, what I genuinely want to manifest, which is, again, yes, I want to get on a bigger screen, get, on a bigger realm of media or whatever. But to me, Loki, I feel, when it comes to Instagram, when it comes to YouTube, where I'm looking for content, I'm looking for sheer entertainment to get me away from my reality, to, consume me, to distract me from my issues and my problems, and just to get away for some time. I would laugh at a random joke on Instagram. I would get succumbed by a beautiful writing to watching a trailer on YouTube, which would intrigue me that, wow, man, how they have created this. That's the only aim for me. I'm not genuinely looking for any inspiration because it doesn't work like that.
And it's so
I also
interesting.
like tips.
You liked it? Okay, what kind of tips?
Like they say, okay, iPhone, by the way, did you know there are Harry Potter codes that actually unlock a lot of things in your iPhone?
See, I would watch something
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's because I have an iPhone, I'm like, oh. And then local things like what can I do for 20 dirhams in Dubai because I'm middle class.
Yeah,
So,
and
like,
and interestingly, that kind of gets reflected in the kind of content that you create, Mariam, especially on TikTok and Instagram, which is very interesting because what you're consuming is also being reflected
Exactly.
in what you're creating. But interestingly, I'm so different from the two of you because I'm genuinely looking out for information, especially on like YouTube, on social issues. Like I will randomly look up for history of feminism,
Yeah.
where it all started and things like that.
And
so
that's kind of a content that you create.
yeah, that's the
Right.
kind. Yeah, it
You
gets
have those
reflected in
things on
my
your profile.
Yeah. Taking this further, couple of questions. When was the last time you created something that you said, "Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of this piece of content"? I know you're not very active. The last post that you had was
My mom's 60th birthday.
Mama's birthday,
Yeah.
60th birthday,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't really say is your piece of content,
Yeah.
but any content that you created recently, any shairi you did, or any.
Okay, so when is this going to come out? Do you have any idea, like, what is the date we are looking at? Because if it is out after 29th of July, we have created something which I'm extremely proud of. In fact, she's a part of it. And
So yeah, it's going to come, I think, after that.
okay, so if it's coming after the 29th of July, then we have created something which is called
You had to say it. I'm not going to say it. You introduce it.
Please tell me you don't forget
No,
the
I
name.
know, I know.
Okay, it's
Studio?
called-
I can.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
you
know,
can't-
I know it. You had to say
It's
it.
called Shairi Studio.
Right.
And I think what the unique thing that we were looking out for and creating a niche and, probably distracting people for that some time from their reality, I think this is that thing. And I think we are really proud of that. I love it. I
So
think it's a great
It'll keep
concept.
you wanting for more.
Yeah, we're not really going to say much. You have to go and check it out on Tarun's Instagram. Please
Thank you.
make sure that you do that, and Mariam's Instagram as well. Mariam, what is that one piece of content that you created that you're really, really proud of?
So after the mashup, the first mashup, the unholy mashup, I created another better version of it because people asked for it on Spotify. They said make a proper audio of it. I created that.
I
was
know.
very happy about that because I added another song, Apsara Ali, the Marathi
Yeah.
song. I was very happy. But obviously it didn't do as well as the mashup. But I was very, very proud that I got a huge team to actually work on something like this and create that.
Absolutely. I saw her work so hard because she had like a stylist work on
Wow.
it, her look. She booked a studio. She booked videographers and photographers. She had like 3-4 sessions, I remember. And this is again very interesting. I know I'm distracting a little bit, but this is also very interesting that something that you shoot with Yogesh, with your friend, as a mashup, which is literally a one-take
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
gets like 15 million views, and something that you put so much hard work
Yeah.
behind,
Comparatively doesn't really do well.
yeah, it doesn't really
Yeah.
reach as much. I mean, you are doing
People
well.
love it raw. People like it raw.
Yeah,
That puts a big question mark on Shairi Studio now.
Yeah.
No, you never know what will work, what will
Let's
not
see,
work,
let's see,
right?
let's see. Fingers crossed, yeah.
One content piece that we love about, we saw on your page as well, was the Sheila Ki Jawani trivia that people saw so differently after they watched. Is that something you're proud of?
Yes, definitely.
Is that the piece you're going to talk about, or you have something else?
I have actually multiple things. So I've just
Oh,
started.
yeah.
I've started something called Loki Recommends.
Yes.
Where I'm talking about the content that I watch, and I watch it like slightly differently. Like for example, Sheila Ki Jawani was never considered as a feminist song.
Correct.
And I saw feminism in that song, and
Yeah.
I spoke about it. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite
Yeah.
pieces of content. I also wrote about infantilization that happens. Infantilization is treating people as babies, treating people as kids,
Yeah.
and dismissing their opinions and dismissing their personalities.
Not in a lovey-dovey way, like, oh, Shona, no.
No.
It's like,
They do it that way, but then it's really not that.
Yeah.
oh, wow. okay.
Yeah.
We spoke about it.
We
That's why I kind of know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
so I think it happens. Parents do to their kids, colleagues do it with each other and all that. So I actually spoke and wrote that piece, and that's like one of my favorite pieces that I wrote.
That's
So
amazing.
do check
But
it out.
also, you have
on
On
Lokesh
Lokesh.
Dharmani, yes.
yes, but there are like more pages than just Lokesh Dharmani that you're handling right now.
He has
right?
3.
3.
He has 3.
Hey, I have 4. I mean,
including
City
1016.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
so
I-
what are the 3 handles? Are you like, I know only Lokesh Dharmani and obviously City 1016. But
Yeah.
what are the other?
So Loki Recommends and Loki Recipes.
Oh,
I just thought that all the recipes can be on one page.
dude, that's so cool because I know that my mum and their friends, they follow your recipe and they are like, it's so easy. So really well done on that.
Yep,
It's
they
reaching
do.
places that where you don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's the power of social media as well.
So I created pasta chips, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
My
said-
aunt as well messaged me.
Yeah, and I was telling her that somebody in Germany
Yeah.
who doesn't even speak English sent me a message in broken English and part German saying that I absolutely loved this recipe and I created it, and he sent me a picture of that. So I was like, wow, you don't know where your content is reaching.
Yeah,
like,
but you
far and
created
wide.
your
Thank you
niche.
very much.
You've
Thank
created
you.
your niche.
Thank you so much.
Dude, really well done on that. Yeah. I think consistency also does make a huge difference in a longer
Oh, it
run.
does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last couple of questions. Do you think your mental health is being compromised or being affected by being on your phone? Okay, before you answer that question, I want both of you to check your phone and tell me the screen time for today, and I'll do that.
For
I'll do the
today,
same.
because I don't. Would it show for today?
Just put screen time and then I
Okay.
think you'll get it. Screen time.
Screen time.
No, I don't want to say it.
Okay. Wait, before you tell what your screen time is, what do you think, Mariam, between amongst 3 of us, who will have the maximum screen time?
You.
Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're a big scroller. You scroll a lot.
I think I would have the maximum screen time
Yeah?
because I'm on like
Okay, no.
90% on WhatsApp. Okay, so
90% on WhatsApp, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Also because you're doing your own business. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Pets at Go, guys.
thank you.
I'm
Thank you
like
for
plugging
that
as
again.
such.
Flex again. Thank you.
So, okay. I think Tarun will have the maximum
Yeah,
screen time.
yeah.
Tarun, who do you think? You only.
I
huh?
think I would have the maximum. screen,
Okay,
you know, Mariam.
let's start. Today, my screen time is 1 hour and 11 minutes.
Today, I don't know.
Today ka kaisa?
How do you see
How do
today?
you see
I
today?
have daily average.
Okay, today. Click.
Okay, you know how to do it.
Click on this, see all activity. Now this is
Oh,
yours.
okay, today. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yours
what is
is?
today?
1 hour and 11 minutes.
2 hours 35 minutes.
मुझे नहीं बोलना.
What?
No.
4 hours 4 minutes.
Today, it's been what, 8 hours to the day and you already have this much?
Yeah, but I finished a show.
So,
what, were you doing it on
Were
the
you
phone?
on
Yes.
the phone while doing the show?
Yes.
Why?
Which
Yes.
show? What were you, what? That's not even possible. But okay. Yeah, well done. Okay, good.
I really thought I don't have that much.
And you were thinking that I spend a lot of time on the phone. Okay, so
Okay.
does it affect your mental health?
I think social media does. I don't think being on phone
How?
does. So,
Give
I'll
me
tell you
personal
one thing.
examples. Like
yeah,
where-
absolutely. I feel, we are working in the industry of entertainment, right? Now, you are at a certain level in your personal Instagram handle. She is at a certain level. Parikshit at a certain level. Sid, Karishma, so on and so forth. Now, what happens is, we talk about the kind of place we live at, the kind of cars we drive, the kind of shoes we wear. And that happens in very nascent ages, like from first, second, third class. Mama, he's carrying a compass box that has buttons in it. Even I want that. That small little seed, it triggers when you grow up in one way or the other. And it all is about the likes and the followings. If that number doesn't exist, the whole place would fall apart also. But I feel that in a way it would affect people less. And
So
I'm
no-
not talking about people with the maximum number of
okay,
followings
let's
or
not talk
likes.
in third person. I don't want to talk about people.
Okay,
I want to talk,
I'm talking about
yeah.
me. I'm
do
talking
you,
about
do you,
me. I do get sucked into this spiral.
So you think that that you should be getting more followers?
Absolutely,
why are
yes.
other people not getting more followers and
Yeah.
all that? And despite the fact that you're not really too active on social media and
Yes.
not really creating much
Yeah.
content.
So I want results without putting in efforts.
I like that. Honesty is the best policy.
With Tarun, you'll get that for sure.
Yeah, I want results without putting in efforts, and then I don't get results, and then I
Arre,
I
why
would not put efforts even more. नहीं आ रहा हुआ था. And then I would feel like फिर क्यों नहीं आ रहा? So, there's a very weird. It does affect, I feel. To some extent it does, but then obviously how mature you are to deal with it, at what age you are in life, how much have you, attained success, and how much priority you give this. That also is equally
Absolutely.
important. It's all about that, I feel.
I don't really fret much about followers and likes and views and all that. A little bit, of course, I do, because if you put like 7 hours
yeah.
of research, shooting, editing, everything, and then suddenly it gets like
It's upsetting.
1,500
Yeah.
whatever views, then it's like really upsetting. But having said that, I feel okay. I mean, tell me if you guys are with me on this or not. The other day, a friend of mine posted a video, a story of Adipa. She was having a dosa, okay, and it was a very crunchy, crispy dosa, okay. It looked like a crunchy, crispy dosa, okay. And I craved for dosa, so I went and had dosa.
Yeah.
Except it wasn't really crunchy and crispy.
So it let you down.
It really let me down.
Was it the same place though?
No, I think
No, it wasn't the same
takeaway.
place.
But you had the craving for dosa. Okay.
So then I thought to myself, ki boss, maybe her dosa looked crispy and crunchy on Instagram story, but maybe it wasn't really that crispy
So
and
that's
crunchy
it.
as well, Like
Okay.
I'm saying the expectation of people looking beautiful. We keep saying that,
It's what
there's a
filters,
singular
yeah,
idea
yeah,
of
yeah.
fair and tall,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
kind of beauty. But there's also a singular idea that's kind of beauty or
Yeah.
or aesthetics that's
Yeah.
kind of creeping into food,
Yeah.
that we never
And
imagined.
clothes and cars and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel it definitely affects our mental health.
What's your take?
In terms of followers and likes, I don't really think of it much. I've never thought of that much. It was more about putting myself out there. Okay? But with TikTok comes a lot of hate. Okay?
Oh
Really?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
TikTok is very out there in terms of their hate and their love both. So even if 80% you're getting all those lovely comments, those 20% will kill you. They've called me names and all of that, and I know my father's reading those comments. So those kind of things obviously did mentally really break me initially.
Wow. Okay.
Initially,
And I think it's even more difficult for women. Like
I think for anyone, you're told you're
all kinds of things.
all
yeah.
kinds of
yeah.
things that I can't really say,
and
but
you don't have to, yeah.
yeah, but it's just for anybody, it's not nice, right? But when you start doing more and more work and you realize it really just doesn't matter, those haters are sitting behind a bloody screen who are bored.
I'll tell you one
Yeah,
thing.
and
But
I-
mentally, it does affect you, and then you
Yeah.
keep pushing yourself harder.
Yeah, no, and I said that it affects women more because for men they would get one kind of hate, but for women there are multiple layers of hatred
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
hurled at women,
Yeah.
including physical
Yeah.
abuse and all that. So
Oh,
that gets
100%.
very, very
Yeah.
dangerous
Yeah.
and ugly.
So, there's this wall that I've created, obviously, on Instagram messages or whatever. We do get people who are randomly like
Yeah.
putting things which they are not supposed to.
Yeah.
They are just angry for one reason or the other. And I feel that if you have an issue with me, you can message me on my phone number. If you have an issue with me and if you don't have my phone number, you don't know me enough to have an issue
So
with me.
true.
And this was a dialogue which I also heard, which was by this Spider-Man guy.
True.
It was so beautifully said.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also on that, again, the contradictory of it is that we on air or we on stage or we when we are, doing a TV show or in a movie or while doing this, we are seeking validation.
Yeah.
I feel we come from a field which is all about, did I make you smile?
True.
Were you impressed with me?
True.
And that in numbers becomes likes and followings.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, fortunately, unfortunately, our profession as entertainers requires an outside validation for us to feel appreciated, which I know is by ethos not correct,
Yeah.
but is the reality.
Yeah.
It's also
Also-
validating what you do
Yeah.
at your job. you know.
So true. But I also feel I'm a firm believer of the fact that popularity is not the yardstick of good content or bad content. A popular film could be a bad film or a good
Absolutely.
film,
Yeah,
but
yeah, no, you're
popularity
right,
doesn't
yeah.
mean that it's good content. So every time I'm always thinking about followers or likes and all that, I'm like, what do I want to say? Am I happy with the content that I have created? Do in my yardstick, is it good content? Yes, I'm going to put it out there, even if it doesn't get traction and all that.
But
Even if I build.
would you spend 6 hours of your time if I tell you that I know this post is not going to, let's say I'm Instagram, I'm telling you this post is not going to do well.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's for you.
Yeah.
You are creating it for yourself. 6 hours you'll take to
Yeah.
create, edit, whatever. Versus do this 2-second reel. I'll give you million likes. What
I-
are you gonna choose?
You go to my Instagram and you will have the answer. I have not done 2-second trending reels so far, and I have spent like.
But you
with-
have that hope that it's gonna work. There's always that hope. As a
And
creator,
that
there is
stems
always
from
that
validation.
hope.
No,
That's
it's
what I'm
true.
saying,
It's
yeah.
true. I mean, of
Yeah.
course, when you're putting out content, doesn't mean that of course they have
It's
to
not
be
for you
takers.
to
yeah.
watch, otherwise you would have it in your home. Why would you even
Yeah,
create
more
it?
than reaching out, I feel if it creates a certain conversation, if it makes you think once or twice, I think
Yeah.
my job is done.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, no, I don't think. I'm stupid. I know, but I'll still put like those 6
Fair.
hours of shooting, researching, writing,
Yeah.
shooting, editing, and all that because I really believe in that
Yeah.
content. And then there are times when, like, there'll be 3 comments that said, "Oh, I didn't really see this song. I didn't really see Sheila Ki Jawani as a
Yeah.
feminist song."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that really works for me.
Perfect.
Before we wrap up,
Yes.
last thoughts.
Last thoughts, I feel, it is something which is extremely important in our lives. I've tried to run away from it. I've tried to ignore it. I've tried to not pay attention to it. But I think social media has now become who I am. Whether I am fake, whether I'm real, whether I'm someone who loves Shairi, whether I'm someone who loves my family, whether it's smallest and it's biggest, but it has to be out there for the world to see.
So what are you going to do about it?
I don't like that feeling, personally speaking. I think I would only want the world to see a particular side of me, not everything.
Which is what?
Which is the entertainment aspect of it, most often than not, or the happy side of my life.
Huh.
Not the sadness, not the other aspect of life, which is not very entertaining, not very good for people to watch.
Okay.
It won't be fake, for sure. It would be real, as much as it is already there. It is real. But I think I will be, succumbed and kind of drawn into being on social media more often, because I think it's how it's how you evolve, which is also weird because I'm still not 100% sure. So this is the fight.
You'll find your calling sooner or later, man.
That's what it
Mariam?
is, yeah.
I just feel like everyone's a part of social media, no matter what field you're in. Let it be marketing, we all need social media. And I feel like if you're just personally, if you're as real as it can get, or you do stuff that you absolutely love, you will not burn out as easy as if you try to be someone else. So that's number 1. And number 2, take your breaks. Take your social media breaks. It is extremely, extremely important to take
That's
that.
so beautifully wrapped up. Yeah, be yourself and take
Be
breaks.
yourself, take breaks. You're not going to burn out easily, and you'll keep going. And you love the attention you get too. We are all humans. We all love the attention.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
No,
guys.
no. We need to finish with your take.
My
What's your-
thoughts. My
yeah.
thoughts is like I said, the kind of content that you really believe in, even if you're not reaching out, just be at it. Even if you change one person's mindset, I think the job is done.
Yes.
So that's what I'm telling myself, that I'm going to continue doing Loki recommends recipes.
And you're there.
And yeah,
You are there.
no, it's really exhausting, Mariam. The last video, it didn't hit the numbers I was expecting, and I
For
was like,
sure.
Yeah.
But if a Karan Johar can see your tweet, if a Fair D'Souza can read whatever, you're hitting the right spot.
Probably.
Those are,
That's
good,
those are your
man. That's
niche.
good.
yeah, probably.
Those are the people.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, I think we need friends like you guys to like help us in our battle
Yeah.
of social media.
Yeah.
But thank
we
you so
help
much,
each
guys.
other
Yeah.
anyway.
No, absolutely.
So-
चल कर अभी सारे के सारे मेरे जितने भी मेरे पोस्ट है सबको तू अपने स्टोरीज पे शेयर कर.
Done.
ठीक है?
वो तो
और-
हम करते ही हैं.
No, Mariam, every time she shares something on her stories, my
Yeah.
content, suddenly it will just like skyrocket.
Skyrocket,
Suddenly
yeah.
from 2,000 views, it will get some 20,000 views and all that.
Oh,
No, it's true.
tingo.
It's true. I'm admitting
But
it.
you are a star on social media.
You
and
are.
I
Okay.
really, no.
No, let's
Genuinely, like, I feel-
let's
Done,
make a
done,
more
I want
done,
you to
conscious.
done,
address
done,
this.
No, we did in the
And
beginning.
you have done really well, and that's
Yeah.
a good thing. Why are you running away from it? Because
you.
you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
worked so hard, and there is this natural talent.
Absolutely.
That thing we're talking about.
Absolutely.
I keep thinking, what should I do? And in that meanwhile, she's done 4 reels.
Yeah.
Like,
No, she's such
Speaking
a natural.
of Mariam, his new business, Pets at Go. Please follow
Yeah,
him.
now we are.
I think I'm
we should
And
just
getting
edit
into
Loki's
a-
it.
Kitchen
Yeah,
every
we
Tuesday
should
on
be-
City
they
106.
can
We're getting
Returning
into a
favor
loop
as
now, but
always.
thank you so much, guys. I love you a lot. Big
Thank
hug,
you,
big
thank
hug,
you,
big
thank
hug. Thank you.